What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus package update, daily news, everything going on here in our country, in Washington, D.C., with the economy, money, investing, the stock market, everything you need to know about on a daily basis. If you're new to our YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe down below. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, we're giving away $2,000 in total in our What's in the Box contest giveaway. And I will be giving you a clue to what's in that box at the end of this video. So make sure to watch all the way to the end for a clue to what's in this box. Yeah, you could win money directly from me. I'll tell you how that works at the end of this video and give you a clue to what's in that box at the end of this video. Okay, we have some breaking news from Senator Joe Manchin. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, breaking news just coming out here just moments ago that he can't vote for the Build Back Better package in its current form right now. Well, we've kind of known that for a while now. But yeah, he's kind of gone out and said that now here this morning. He needs changes to the package to vote yes on this, or they might go ahead forward with the other stimulus package now. The new COVID relief stimulus package that is being led by House Democrat Jamal Bowman, calling for stimulus relief or virus relief here, now being called upon here just a few days ago from the House of Representatives. So this could potentially be a smaller stimulus package, but would be targeted for emergency virus relief, aka stimulus checks. It could be, it could have child tax credits in there as well. It could have unemployment extensions. It could have, when we think about traditional stimulus from stimulus package 1, 2, and 3, stimulus checks 1, 2, and 3, this was not just called upon here just a few days ago. You can see here on December 15th here. So this is a brand new introduced here just recently here. So now we have Senator Joe Manchin saying that he can't vote yes for the Build Back Better package. This is the first package. We kind of have two packages now here. And well, we know Joe Manchin has always been a kind of, he changes his mind every week, right? Just a few weeks ago, he was saying he was okay to go for 1.75 trillion. That was a yes. He was okay with 1.75 trillion. That's why people call him Two-Faced Joe, because one week he's saying yes, one week he's saying no. He changes his mind as much as the wind blows, right? So check this out.
Breaking news this morning, Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia has just said he is a no on President Biden's cornerstone legislation, Build Back Better. The man managing the legislation, Senate Budget Committee Chairman Bernie Sanders of Vermont. So Senator Sanders, Chairman Sanders, Senator Manchin says he can't get there. This is a no. He's tried everything. What's your reaction?
Well, I think he's going to have a lot of explaining to do to the people of West Virginia, to tell them why he doesn't have the guts to take on the drug companies and lower the cost of prescription drugs, why he is not prepared to expand home health care. West Virginia is one of the poorest states in this country. You got elderly people and disabled people who would like to stay at home or forced into nursing homes. He's going to have to tell the people of West Virginia why he doesn't want to expand Medicare to cover dental, hearing, and eyeglasses. I've been to West Virginia a number of times, and it's a great state, beautiful people. But it is a state that is struggling. And he's going to have to tell the people of West Virginia why he's rejecting what the scientists of the world are telling us, that we have to act boldly and transform our energy system to protect future generations from the devastation of climate change. You know, what's going on now, Jake, in Washington is the big money interests are pouring hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to make sure that we continue to pay the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs, that the rich do not start paying their fair share of taxes. And I would have hoped that we could have had at least 50 Democrats on board who have the guts to stand up for working families and take on the lobbyists and the powerful special interest. We have no Republican support. Now, one Republican in the United States Senate, or the House for that matter, is prepared to stand up to the drug companies or the insurance companies or the wealthy. I would hope we would have had 50 Democrats. But if that is the case, then I hope that we will bring a strong bill to the floor of the Senate as soon as we can and let Mr. Manchin explain to the people of West Virginia why he doesn't have the guts to stand up to powerful special interests.
Oh, so you want to vote on it no matter what, even if...
Absolutely, absolutely. The American people have got to understand what is at stake. For decades now, what Congress has been doing, giving tax breaks to the rich, not standing up to the drug companies, so that we end up paying the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs, ignoring climate change. The President of the United States and almost every Democrat is trying finally to address these issues.
Did you know this was coming?
Mr. Manchin doesn't want to support us. Well, look, we've been dealing with Mr. Manchin for month after month after month. But if he doesn't have the courage to do the right thing for the working families of West Virginia and America, let him vote no in front of the whole world.
So now the Democrats have to do really a couple different things here. They changed the bill to conform to Senator Joe Manchin's likings, remove the things that he doesn't like, reduce the bill to the size he's willing to do, 1.75 trillion, take out the things he doesn't like, so he will vote for it. Or go ahead with this other bill, this virus relief stimulus package with stimulus checks in there for adults, and make a smaller bill with virus COVID stimulus emergency relief. Now that the Omicron variant is spreading rapidly here in the US, virus cases are out of control, and we're still really dealing with that very, very badly here. You know, that is now being called upon by Democrats in Congress. So they could go ahead with a smaller bill for that, but have it targeted with stimulus checks and towards the American people, and would not be the Build Back Better package, but would be called something else. Okay, that was just introduced here a few days ago. So they have multiple different ways they can go and still appease Senator Joe Manchin and be a smaller bill. Let me know your thoughts.
So how do you tell somebody out there watching, wondering, how come you couldn't get Joe Manchin on board?
Well, as I've indicated, we're taking on not just Joe Manchin, we're taking on, do you know how much money the pharmaceutical industry has spent in the last year on lobbying alone? Over $300 million, plus campaign contributions, plus all kinds of advertising. Fossil fuel industry is spending a fortune. Let's not kid ourselves. We have a corrupt political system dominated by big money interests. And finally, some of us are saying, let's stand up for working families. Average worker has not seen a pay raise in inflation accounted for dollars in 45 years, while the rich are becoming phenomenally richer. Corporate profits are at an all-time high. And what some of us are saying, maybe, we'll stand up for working families for a change. But apparently we don't have the 50 votes that we need. And I think we take that message right into the 2022 campaigns. Which party, with the exception maybe of one or two people, which party is prepared to do the right things for the elderly, for the children? And by the way, we talk about kids. I want everybody out there to know, if Mr. Manchin votes no, those $300 tax credits that have gone a long way to reducing childhood poverty in America, they're gone. That's over. We cut childhood poverty by over 40%, an extraordinary accomplishment. Manchin doesn't want to do that. Tell that to the struggling families of West Virginia and America.
So you're suggesting he doesn't have the guts to stand up for working families and to take on the moneyed interests. If Senator Manchin were here, he would say, my state is a state that voted overwhelmingly for Donald Trump. What I'm doing and going after and opposing this legislation will be popular. And Manchin has said he thinks all this money, he's saying all this money is going to make inflation worse.
Well, let me talk about it. Joe Manchin voted for a huge increase in military spending. Manchin voted for an infrastructure bill, which added $250 billion to the deficit. The truth of the matter is that if you look at the military budget, $770 billion, times that by 10 years, it is 4 times higher than what the Build Back Better plan is. Now, Mr. Manchin says he's representing the people of West Virginia. Okay, why don't you do a poll it's CNN do a poll, and you ask the people of West Virginia whether or not they want to lower the cost of prescription drugs. You ask them whether they want to expand Medicare to cover dental, hearing, and eyeglasses. You ask them whether they want to continue the $300 payment to help working parents in these very difficult times bring up their kids with dignity. Ask them if they want to deal with climate change. On all of those issues, I suspect people of West Virginia, like every other state in this country, will say, yes, do the right thing for working families.
Is there a...
And I challenge. I told Manchin, by the way, I'll pay for the damn poll in West Virginia on those issues. See how the people of West Virginia feel.
Is there a strategy forward? Is there a way to pass parts of this legislation piecemeal, assuming that you do bring it forward for a vote and assuming Joe Manchin is one of 51 who vote against it?
Well, the problem that we have is that obviously you need 60 votes. We have no support from Republicans to pass standing legislation. So it has to be done through reconciliation. So I haven't thought about that yet. But all I do know is that the dividing line in this country is going to be very clear. On one side of the equation, you're going to have Republicans, I suspect Mr. Manchin, who say, yeah, it's okay. We don't have to deal with the fact that billionaires, in some cases, don't pay a nickel in federal taxes. We don't have to deal with climate change. We don't have to deal with childhood poverty. We don't have to deal with the high cost of prescription drugs. And on the other side will be those who say, yeah, we do. And that tells me that we need a lot more than 50 Democrats in the United States Senate.
So there was this deal making that went on before this because there was the bipartisan infrastructure deal that the Biden administration wanted, and so did moderates and Democrats and also some Republicans. And then there was the Build Back Better Act, and progressives they wanted them both passed in tandem. You wanted them passed in tandem, and then there was this agreement, pass infrastructure, and then we'll get to Build Back Better. And President Biden said he would get the 50 votes. So in retrospect, was it a mistake to do that deal?
Well, the people, and people in the House who said that they have to go in tandem for precisely this reason, because we feared very much, not that we were against a strong infrastructure bill. I wanted that very, very much. But we understood that if we didn't keep it together, there would be those who would pass the infrastructure bill and not deal with the needs of the working class and the middle class of this country. That was the fear. That fear, if Manchin continues along this path, turned out to be justified.
Yeah, so it does kind of look like passing that bipartisan physical infrastructure package, what was that, about a month or so ago? Does look like that was a mistake to do that. Because Joe Manchin wanted to pass that really, really bad. And they passed that. And now he's not willing to vote for the Build Back Better package in its current form. In its current form is the key word there, okay? Remember, they're still in negotiations. They could remove a few things, change a few things, and get his vote. Okay, so remember, he wants to spend $1.75 trillion. So if they conform the bill to $1.75 trillion, they could get his vote. Okay, he has said publicly he is willing to spend up to $1.75 trillion. So as of right now, he's a no, but that doesn't mean that they could next week have him be a yes at $1.75 trillion. They also could go the other route with the new stimulus package, the emergency COVID relief package introduced by Democratic Representative Jamal Bowman, with stimulus checks in there, and who knows what else they might put in there, that was just introduced here a few days ago. So they could go a couple different routes now at this point. So, and with Omicron really raging across the U.S., that might be the route they go. We'll have to see. I will keep you updated. And really, Joe Manchin's a wild card, man. One week he's blowing one way, the wind's blowing him one way, and the other week is just, he changes his mind literally on a weekly basis. So, yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Let me know your thoughts on this here. When the next midterm elections come up, we'll have to see what happens as well. The Republicans think they're going to take back the House or the Senate. If Democrats control the House or Senate and get one more vote, they won't really need Joe Manchin as much, if Joe Manchin even gets reelected, or Kirsten Sinema as well. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the next midterm elections. Of course, Republicans think they're going to take back the House and Senate. Democrats think they're going to retain the House and Senate. If Democrats do retain the House and Senate, will Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema get reelected? Will they get reelected, but the Democrats have more votes and not need Joe Manchin to vote yes? All these things are possibility. If the Republicans control things, we'll go back to how they were before this, when, say, the Republicans controlled one and the Democrats controlled one, and they had to kind of compromise between both, and really that's how the first two stimulus packages were passed. When the Republicans controlled the Senate with Mitch McConnell and Democrats controlled the House with Nancy Pelosi, and they still got the job done. So it'll be interesting to see here going forward. And yeah, I mean, they have to compromise with Joe Manchin. So even with the Democrats in control of both, they still have to compromise within their own party, aka Joe Manchin, who acts like he's not in their own party. So yeah, the question is going to be here going forward: are they going to change the Build Back Better package to conform with Joe Manchin's demands, even though he says he doesn't want them to conform to his demands? Obviously, that's not the case. Or are they going to go with the other stimulus package, the virus emergency relief package, now being called upon by House Democrats led by Jamal Bowman? Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see here. And that's kind of a more traditional stimulus check emergency virus relief route. Yeah, let me know your thoughts here. Kind of some breaking news. But honestly, if we've been watching the show for a while, we kind of know that Joe Manchin, this is kind of how he's been, right? For a while, right? So he kind of, has not been leaning towards yes. And right, this is the same old Joe. So he needs more convincing. He needs more. I don't know what he needs, but he's not there yet. He's not there yet. So maybe he needs his palms greased more, right? Yes. my wife's laughing in the background, right? So yeah, let's do the what's in the box contest next. This will be clue number 3. If you can guess what's in this box, you could win $100 directly from me. We're giving away $2,000 total here before Christmas. Last month we did $1,000. This month will be $2,000, kind of our way of giving back for the holidays here. So yeah, we're going to be giving 20 people $100 each for a total of $2,000. If you can guess what's in that box correctly, you'll be entered into the pool of people who have guessed correctly. And from there, we will have randomly picked 20 people to get $100 directly from me. Randomly picked. Okay. So all you got to do is guess what's in that box correctly. And from there, you might be picked to win correctly. Okay. We're on clue number 3. I recommend you write these down. Okay. So, yeah, clue number 3 is the item in the box is for royalty. The item in the box is for royalty. Okay. All you have to do is comment down below with what you think is in the box. You can comment as many times as you like, and it's completely free to enter. Make sure you subscribe to the channel down below, and yeah, so just comment down below to answer, and yeah, let me know what you think is in the box. Do you think you know already what's in the box? As you get more clues, you'll get closer and closer to the answer. If you think you know already, or if you think you don't know already, there's going to be 10 clues here, and there's going to be more clues coming up here in upcoming videos. So don't miss out on any new videos. New videos come out here on our channel every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you like this video and share this video down below with your friends and family, so your family as well get a chance to win as well for the holidays. So there's a share button down below. You can share this with them as well. Share this video on Facebook. But yeah, so this item in the box is for royalty. For royalty. What do you think that means? What do you think that means? Do you think Baby Yoda over there? Do you think he knows? See his little Christmas outfit over there? Yeah. But honestly, the Democrats might go ahead with this other stimulus package here going forward. This other virus relief package, maybe with stimulus checks instead. Who knows? That might be a better route. It was just called upon here just a few days ago. Let me know if you think that would be a better route here for them to go, anyways. I do think a lot of these other programs in the Build Back Better package, though, are really, really needed. I think a lot of these programs have been needed for a long, long time. It's kind of astounding that the U.S. doesn't have programs like paid family and medical leave, and the child tax credits need to be extended, and hearing, dental, and vision for the majority of seniors do not have them, and elder care and all the things that are in that package, right? It's astounding, and preschool's not paid for, where countries in Europe have had them paid for 100 years, and it kind of makes you wonder why we don't have them, and they should have been there for many, many years, right? So we kind of need both packages, to be honest. So I don't know. We'll have to see going forward here. I mean, the Democrats still have plenty of time to pass these packages, and they still have at least two uses of the reconciliation card. They just need Joe Manchin to come along. So honestly, they could probably figure it out. So, and Joe Manchin, with the midterm elections coming up here, and he's going to be up for reelection here eventually. I think that the path he's going, his popularity is at an all-time low. He's going to have to do something here as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So feel free to write him on Twitter. Kai activists protest him, and call him, email him, tweet him, because I'm sure he's going to have a lot of people contacting him as well, because honestly, he's an elected official. And I'm not sure that a lot of people are happy with him right now. So let me know your thoughts. Let him know your thoughts as well. Call, email, and tweet your senators. Yeah. You can click here to watch my newest video next. This will be the video with clue number 2, I believe. And this video is how Congress wants to raise Social Security benefits by several $100s per month, in addition to the 5.9% cost of living adjustment. That is a very big thing on the docket as well here in the future. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.